Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's class of DDP. This is a really important one in terms of our skill building in Fusion 360. We're going to be importing the car that we drew in the concept sketching assignment. This car should look familiar to you. It's orange. We're going to be tracing out certain parts of it and recreating it in a 3D modeling format and then assembling all the parts together. This is going to involve making new components out of each one of these parts and making them separately. So we're going to be going through a number of skills to be doing that. To get started, what we need to do is go to Google. You're going to type in PLTW concept sketching car. We're going to find this image. We're going to drag it onto the desktop, and then we're going to rename the file concept sketching car because it's probably going to be named download or something like that. We want to give it more of a original specific name. So this is what I did. It's already on my desktop, so I'm ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to then open up Fusion 360. Instead of creating a new sketch, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to create, and I'm going to create a new component. All right, we're going to call this component, we're going to name each one of our components. We're going to call it car. And we're going to hit OK. We're going to go to insert, canvas. From my desktop or from my computer, I'm going to find my concept sketching car. Here it is. Hit open. I'm going to choose a face to sketch on. This is our front face, so I'm just going to go like that. And we have this sort of thing that opens up. I'm going to drag it until the car becomes as big as I want it to be. I think that is good, but we can still drag the car. What I want to do is I want the center of this wheel right here to be in the origin point right there. Okay, that looks good like that. I'm going to hit enter to set it. And here's our sketch. All right. And it is our first component, the car. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to create the tire itself. And to do that, I'm going to create new component. I'm going to call it tire. I'm going to hit OK. And then I'm going to make a sketch on this, and I'm going to zoom in. Okay, but not too much. I'm going to go to my circle, starting at the origin. I'm going to go all the way to where the inside of this hubcap is, about here, there. That looks good. So that's the inside here. And then I'm going to make another circle, concentric one, to the outside of the entire wheel. And set it. And I'm going to hit finish sketch. All right. Once we finish sketch, we'll be able to extrude things. Extruding things is how you make things three-dimensional. It's this boxy thing right here. And I'm going to select just this part here. I'm going to turn my cube so we could see it from the side. And I'm going to pull this arrow. I'm going to make it, I'm just going to like estimate what a good tire width will be at. It's nothing specific. I'm going to hit OK. I'm now going to go to modify appearance. And this is where you can get all of your different materials. There's glass, there's rubber, there's different types of metal. I'm going to find something called in the coatings section. I'm going to find something called black oxide. And I'm going to drag it onto my tire. And what I have now is, I'm going to close this. I have a tire right here. We're now going to build the hubcap, but before I do that, I'm going to move this thing over. Oops. There we go. Just move it over to the side. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new component. We're going to call this hubcap. Call it hubcap 1. Okay, we'll hit OK. And we're going to zoom in to our tire. We're going to get our circle again. We can create a sketch first. There we go. We're going to get our circle. Starting at our origin, we're going to make the inside of our hubcap. It's pretty small, so I'm going to set it like that. I'm going to go back to the origin. I'm going to make another circle for that part right here, and I'm going to keep doing this. This is the inside of this part here. Make it a little bigger, a little smaller, about like here. That's fine. And then I'm going to make one more for the outside of the hubcap part, which is, I'm just estimating. This looks fine to me. I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay, now that we have that, I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to go to my line tool. I'm going to zoom in. Okay, and I'm going to trace out one of these things here. Hit OK. I'm going to go back to my line tool. I'm going to continue this line here. All right. So for better or worse, this is the shape I made. I'm going to go to my trim tool, and I'm going to get rid of these areas here. All right. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to go to create. Before I do that, it's really messy here. I'm going to go to my sketch palette, and I'm going to click off constraints, points, dimensions, all of that. Okay. I'm going to go to create. I'm going to go to circular patterning. It's going to ask me to select the lines that I want to do. So I'll leave off this top line, see how that goes. Get this little line here, if it allows me to. Okay, now we're going to hit the center point by selecting this. And what happens if we zoom out is 3 of these same shapes appear. We want 8. There we go. Okay. And we are going to hit OK. Now what we're going to do is we're going to edit some of these lines. We're going to get rid of these little mini lines in here that cross into it, because we're going to create 2 layers of the hubcap. All right, we're now going to finish our sketch. We're going to move this over. Now we're going to extrude, but we're going to extrude just certain parts of this. So I'm going to hit shift so I can select multiple areas. And I'm just going to select that part here. And I'm going to, instead of using the arrow, I'm going to use the field here and type in 0.15. You want to make sure that this is inches. If it's not inches, you want to go to document settings, and you want to click this to edit your measurement. So if it's in millimeters, you want to go here and set it to inches. So that's in document settings. I'm going to hit OK. I'm now going to go to my sketch. I'm going to scroll down here, and here's my sketch here. I'm going to make sure the sketch is turned back on. Okay, and that's through the browser right here where the sketches are. I'm going to go to extrude again. I'm going to hit all of these spaces in between. And this right here in the center. And this time I'm going to set it to 0.10. Okay, I'm going to set, okay, and this is what we have so far. So this is this decorative part is in front of the hubcap part, which is more recessed. So we're going to take this, we're gonna go to appearance. We're going to find our metal. Okay, we're gonna use chrome. Okay, we're just gonna throw this on there and all the other places. Okay, let's make sure that this, yes, you can see the reflection of the chrome. Good, so that's now chrome. All right, so I'm now going to create a new component. I'm going to call this Hubcap 2. Okay, I'm going to do a move copy, and in that I'm going to select this entire hubcap, check off the copy box, move this, and I'm going to make a duplicate. Okay, so now we have hubcap 1 and hubcap 2. I'm going to go back to my browser, and here where it says unsaved, I'm just going to click on everything. This is something I should have done, which was save my thing right away. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to hit Command S or Control S. I'm going to call this one car assembly. It's in my admin, hit save. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to start to assemble some things together. So we have the tire, we have the hubcap, and we're going to put a hubcap on the front and the back side. So we're going to zoom in. We're going to go to assembly, joint, that target. So targets will appear. This one in the center is what we want. And when we hit a target and one thing that we want to assemble, it's going to go clear. It's going to ask for a target somewhere else. Let's just set it here. That target is where we want. And this is going to slide over. So we're going to use our cube here to make sure that this is lined up the way that we want it. Does that look good? Looks good to me. I'm going to set that. Set that. Very good. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my other hubcap. Assemble, joint, hit that target in the center. I'm going to go to the back end of my tire. This target now appears. It's going to go and let's see if it's lined up. It looks to be lined up in the same spot. I'm going to hit OK. We're going to zoom out and we have our first wheel right here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to create new component. I'm going to call it tire with hubcaps. Hit OK. I'm going to go to my move copy, select the entire thing. Let's make sure everything is selected. Hit create copy. Move that. Okay. All right. So this is our hubcap. Let's see, tire with hubcap. It's called tire with hubcap 1. Okay. I'm going to create a new component. I'm going to call it tire with hubcap 2. Hit OK. I'm going to go to my move copy. I'm going to select this again. Oops, don't want both. Okay, create a copy. Okay, so we're going to do this twice more. But let's see, actually, maybe we could change this hubcap one. Okay, yes. So we're just going to be working with these right here. Okay, so I'm going to go to my move copy. I'm going to select one of these again. Create a copy. Oh, nope, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to create new component, tire with hubcap 3. Hit OK. Go to my move copy. Create copy. Move it. Here's my third wheel. Okay, and I'm going to create new component, tire with hubcap 4. Okay, going to go to my move copy, select one of these, create copy. Oops. There we go. All right, so scroll back up and go to car assembly. And this is everything that we have here. I'm going to see if I can turn off some of these tires with hubcaps here. No. Let's see if I can turn this off. They are all in some way related. Okay, we're going to leave all that on. Okay, I'm going to zoom out. Oops, zoom out. All right, and this is what we've done so far. Okay, we're going to be working with these 4 here. We're now going to create the body of the car, and we're going to do that in another video, just so this is not overwhelming. And I'll see you in the next video.